Muay Thai fighters are now getting treated how they should be treated, like superstars.
Yeah.
So like you say, the build up and everything on one championship, it's
just insane.
Everything about it's amazing, like fighting for them and stuff. But like you say, like with what comes with that comes the highest highs and the lowest lows. So like the fight before, I left that building with being involved in the greatest round in combat sport history, with a 100 grand bonus in my back pocket, absolutely buzzing. And then the next fight, I leave on a stretcher. I'm taken straight to hospital and I'm on crutches for 3 weeks. You're either up there or you're down there.
Welcome to the Drop In with Pindy podcast from Warriors TMA Academy, a podcast for everyone from business inspirational leaders, combat sports enthusiasts, martial artists, and fitness fans. Together, we can build our self-discipline, confidence, and positive mindsets through great leaders. Now, here's your host, coach, and former pro fighter, Pindy Matahar.
Everyone, welcome to another episode of the Drop In with Pindy podcast. I am delighted to announce I am here with Mr. Steve Campbell, Liam Harrison, and Andy Howson. As you can tell, we have got the world's best microphone over there.
It's live.
It
definitely is
lively podcast.
It's alive.
It's alive, and it's going to be a lively podcast. We've just finished an awesome seminar. We're doing a super seminar with the three of these guys where they went over, obviously, what these two do on a general basis, where they go around the country, absolutely, and the world, destroying everyone with their Muay Thai technique. And Steve's actually joined them this time round, where he's gone over everything that he's going to be doing with his new venture. So before we get into it, Steve, just let everyone know what your new venture is and how you've benefited with obviously doing the seminar with everyone.
Yeah, so it's called the Midas. It's an online digital platform what's looking at the four elements of nutrition, movement, exercise, and mind. We've done a seminar for you today over 2 days. So I covered the nutrition and movement, and then tomorrow we're going to do the exercise and mind stuff. And yeah, so today we're the first one that we've done together, and hopefully everyone's got something good out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I can agree that everyone left here on a buzz. We're looking forward to starting tomorrow's one.
Yeah.
Where you're going to go further into your movement element of it, the new, not the nutrition, but you're going to go into the mindset of fighters. Just give us a bit more information on that.
We're all fucked.
Yeah.
We're on
yeah.
We needed him a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit late for well, not for him, but for me.
There's no rescuing us, mate.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
Me and
Yeah, so when you're going into your mind, but it goes back to the beginning of things as well, as like your nutrition and everything like that. You've got to be in a great place to get into that mindset anyway, because you're not, like I said, you don't work back to front. You don't go, oh, my mind's brilliant, I'm off to go train, I'm not going to eat loads, I'm going to eat really well. It's usually the other way around. You start eating well, which gets you in a bet. Then you start to go training, which then makes you feel better. So your mind does come into place, but if you get those elements, then obviously it's better, and then you'll work forward from there. But so tomorrow's going to be, like you said, looking at fighters, boxers, trainers, and people in a camp and out of a camp. And like when we were Liam, it's different when you're in a camp. When you're in a camp, I was saying, I think it's probably easier to stay focused, because there's something at the end of it. You know, you're working for this to get to that, and you want that.
Yeah, there's a goal, isn't there? So
but when you are in a camp and you're just like, oh, what am I doing today? Or what am I doing next week? And like to try and keep that mindset strong. Like, I've walked to the gym today. Do I have to go? No, do I? Fuck, right, I'm not going. Yeah. Do I have to do that? I haven't got 3 months out. Nah. Do I have to eat that right now? Do I have to watch my weight? So, but then everything that starts creeping back in, all these bad habits, change that mindset. So then when you come back to like, right, switch on now, you can't just switch on.
Me and you were on about this in the car earlier. So when you go into a fight camp, you go boom, you get to here. And what you should aim to do after the fight camp's finished, work around your injuries and then go from there to there. So then when you do the next fight camp, you then go to there. Not go to there, then just fuck off for 2 months, go back down to here. Because then all you're doing is going there to there, there to there.
Yeah,
and I know so many fighters who do that and just don't improve.
Ricky Hatton, for an example.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like so tomorrow is going to be like, I've got some stuff to talk about. Like when you're out of a camp, what should be you looking at out of a camp? You should still be focused.
100%.
Yeah, but people are. But you should have a focus. You should have a goal still. Like, what's the goal? To maintain. Okay, let's just maintain. How are you going to maintain? Train 3-4 times a week. Still looking at my weight. What's your walking around weight? Make sure you don't pass that. Or you should know what you're walking around at, or what you don't want to be passing over. Do you know what I mean? Because fighters could be taking a fight on, like, are you ready to fight? We've got a fight in a couple of weeks' time. No.
That's the thing, though. There's loads of people out there. There's 90% of fighters are ready to fight at any moment in time.
So look, if you think
you
about
should be always ready. If something comes up in 2 weeks, I'm ready.
Yeah, but listen, like the game has changed. Everyone's a fucking pussy these days,
Yeah,
and I'm
massively.
not afraid to say it.
that's
When
true.
me and Andy used to fight, well, that's why most fighters these days were at the good level. They've had like 30, 40 fights. That's how like I've had nearly 120 fights, because when we were younger, we were always just ready to go. Richard went, right, do you want to fight in 2 weeks to fight there?
Yeah,
But you didn't know who your opponent
we
was.
just no, we
There's
just
no
go
study
do it.
in
Like
10 fights a year
that don't
from
happen
the
anymore
start.
now.
Well,
Like
everyone goes like, oh no, I need 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need 12 weeks, because if you've been doing stuff out of camp, training,
Well, this is
looking
the
after
thing.
yourself,
There
making
shouldn't
sure
be
you're still
such a
ready.
thing as a camp.
No, you're
in
right,
general,
yeah.
you should be maintaining training all the time. So you're at a level where when someone says, "Oh, do you know what? There's a fight come up in 2 weeks. You fancy it? Yes, sound. Let's go. My weight sound. Let's go. I'm fit anyway." It's maintenance in it.
So what do you think that is? What do you think that comes down to? Because obviously today I learned absolutely shitloads from what you presented, right?
Yeah.
Had I known that before, he wouldn't be getting pissed off with me when I had 8 kilos to lose in the sauna or anything back in the day. Do you get what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't know if it's sort of like got a little bit better, but like I said, you come out of training solid, whatever. You haven't done anything. You're focused, you're disciplined, you're consistent. You don't touch anything wrong. You're not boozing. You're not doing all. You're just eating clean foods, training hard as all. Go win, and when you win, it's like, wow, I need to celebrate. Yeah. Go out, celebrate, party, drink, eat, and then you don't go training then for a week or so, and then obviously then it just creeps back in. Some people are really good. Some people are like, I don't know. Lately, I think people are getting better with getting back into the gym or trying to get back into the gym. After, I'm having a week off and then getting back in. But before, I don't know, they could have 4 or 5 weeks off.
You
And
guys
come
never
back.
took weeks off, did you? Or did you? I don't know.
no,
I used to have a,
Straight back in.
I'd always
Every time
been.
you last few camps now, you've had
Straight
another fight.
back
You're
into
straight
it.
back in.
Yeah, even when I were injured for this last one, I
Yeah.
were on crutches. I was going to Steve on crutches and doing whatever I could do.
So this is what. So in this thing tomorrow, when I say about out of camp, like what? So out of camp, there's massively is a rehab. So every time you have a fight, yeah, you come out with bruises and you're bruised and you're aching, but there's always something. So what
can
can
always
you do?
work around it,
Like,
can't you?
So what can we do? Let's work around it. I want to get back in. I want to. All right, go out, have a good meal, get pissed off, have a few days off, and then get back in.
Yeah, well, after the last fight, I literally hopped into his gym on crutches, and I found something to do just because I didn't want to just sit around and fucking. Because one, it's not good for my mental health.
You'll
but
lose
it's-
your mind if you sit around.
Yeah.
But everything turns into an habit, doesn't it? So if you have too long off, like 1 or 2, 3 days, those habits don't creep in.
Yeah.
2, 3 weeks in, like look what happens if you go on holiday for 2 weeks, all inclusive. When you come back, wow, it's hard to get back into like.
Yeah, it's
I
horrible,
can't
isn't
wait
it?
to go training tomorrow. Can you fuck? You don't fucking.
And then you get training,
You want
you're
to
like,
wake up
fucking
and just go
hell,
watch
can't
Netflix
wait to go
all
back
day.
on holiday.
Yeah, I know. So like if you've left it too long, habits creep back in, and those habits are hard to fight against.
I hear you. So your objective with it is to try and get. Are you aiming for fighters with it, or are you aiming for general public?
See with the Midas.
Yeah.
For everyone.
For everyone.
This is for everyone.
Yeah,
So I'm looking at it as a health and well-being drop-in. Like everything's on there under nutrition. We've got loads of videos. We've got loads of recipes. What I've just done today: CPF, carbs, protein, fats. We've got a nutritionist on site, even though I am. But we've got someone who's like. You know what I've realised is, I know a lot of stuff, but there's people out there that know more than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if everyone can there's always someone that knows more, and rightly so. So I'm not ashamed to say there's someone on the site who knows more than me.
Yeah.
And I've got a physio on the site, and I've got a therapist on the site as well. So anyone who's part of the Midas gets this sort of thing as well.
That's the good thing about it, though. You're not so egotistical that it's my site, this is what I do.
Yeah.
Same with yours. Loads of guest instructors on Liam's site as
Yeah,
well.
I think it
there's
shows something about
always
you when you
something
say
else. Of course it does.
when you've got you don't know everything, because if you did, then fucking hell, you're a fucking weirdo. But,
Ego gets in. You're stubborn. Yeah. Simple.
so it's open to everyone.
Fair dues. No, that's cool, man. I'm looking forward to obviously seeing it expand the way it is. I saw you only started recently when I saw you launching it when you were in Bangkok with Liam
that's
for
when
the
it went
last
live
fight
out
camp,
there, yeah.
and then cracking on from there. No, it's good, man. Well done,
Cheers, man.
Liam. How you feeling after that knee injury, man? How you? Shit.
Good.
Good.
Sick note. To put that amount of effort into one fight camp, and it wasn't even just that, it was just the accumulation of getting myself in that position after years and years of lots of hard fought wins, and I finally got myself into that position that I wanted to be in, and I felt like I was going into the fight in the best shape, but obviously one decent kick and my knee just obliterated, to be fair. But I was sat around and I was fucking devastated for like quite a good fucking solid week or two, and I thought, you know what, you've got to take the rough with the smooth in this sport, because you know what? There's a saying, isn't there? Never let your wins go to your head and never let the losses go to your heart. So you just can't sit around and just fucking feel sorry for yourself. And think I've just had to look forward, get my rehab done, and I've absolutely smashed my rehab. And like I say, that going back to being a habit about being back in the gym, I was so eager to just get my rehab going, and I've done it with Steve. And
that's when you said to me, Foxy, get me in tomorrow. I went, what? He went, get me in, I'm coming. And he turned up on his crutches and he wanted to do something.
Fucking hell.
Yes, I just wanted to get myself back in there, because obviously I got myself in that position, and the fight didn't even get going. And fair enough,
Nothing happened.
And it was a decent kick, but like the way I put my leg down, fucking my tendon tore, and I knew my knee had gone straight away. And
literally as soon as you land.
Yeah, I knew my knee had gone, and I looked across at the ring at Nong O, and I knew that he knew that I knew my knee had gone. And I looked him in the eye, and I was trying to thinking, don't show him my knee's gone. And then he just booted it again, and I just collapsed because I was fucked. But like I say, it was just sickening getting myself, taking years for hard work to get in that position, and I wanted to win so much, and without, do you know what? If he'd have just knocked me spark out, or if the fight had got to round 3 and we could have had a good go at each other, and then it happened, I wouldn't have been too bothered. But for it to happen so early in the fight, it would not got going.
And like you said, you had, no one knows behind the scenes, but you had the fucking best camp. You had,
I was saying, great camp. Someone from the outside, you guys were in the, you guys were in the camp.
I felt great, and then like I said, the fight didn't really get going. We were still feeling each other out. Nothing really happened, and then I like giving fans, especially when you're on that big stage and everyone's watching. I like giving fans entertainment, and like anyone can see by any of my fights over the years, like there always some sort of drama involved in them, but there was just nothing, and it was just fucking. I was gutted about it, but like I had a lot of support. Like everyone saying, "Oh, I'm so gutted for you. Can't wait to see you back. I hope you get back." And then obviously there are a couple of haters, like they always. There are a couple of haters. Well, there are other fighters, and you know what I mean. They guys can suck a big bag of llama dicks, because they would kill to be in the position I'm in. They would kill to have won the fights I've won. Yep. They would kill to be fighting anywhere other than Bangla Stadium. They know who they are. Yeah. The shit. Do you know what I mean? And they're nobody, so they're the first ones out there. You never get any the criticism never comes from the top. The fire always comes from below. True. It's always those that are below you can't do what you do. They'll be on their first one sniping off. Yeah. But that's to be expected. But yeah, they all loved it. But I'll be back. My time will come. I've got myself back in a position where I'm ready to start training again. I'm just waiting on some fight news now. So hopefully.
Anything you're allowed to announce yet?
No, not yet. I'm just waiting just to get it confirmed.
Look, mate, it's one of them with you. We've always been firm believers that things happen for a reason.
Yeah. 100%.
They happen for a reason.
Yeah, my time will come.
Come
Absolutely.
back. We know that you deserve to be there. We know that title will come up at some point.
Absolutely.
It's so late on, but it'll happen.
Yeah. So for me, from the outside point of view, I've always been before I even met you. All those years ago, I've always been a fanboy of you. I'll be straight. But watching you, obviously, fighting on the shows here in the UK, shows abroad and everything, when you fought, the build-up to Nongo was probably the best build-up I've seen to a fight in terms of the production and everything, going on stage, doing the press talks and all of that. Yeah. Obviously, I know you've done all that stuff before.
Well, what one have done for Muay Thai, they've not only given us these great purses and giving us bonuses and all that, they've changed the trajectory of the sport totally. Yeah. So Muay Thai fighters are now getting treated how they should be treated, like superstars. Yeah. So like you say, the build up and everything on one championship, it's
just insane.
Everything about it's amazing, like fighting for them and stuff. But like you say, what comes with that comes the highest highs and the lowest lows. Yeah. So the fight before I left that building, we've been involved in the greatest round in combat sport history with 100 grand bonus in my back pocket. Hello. Absolutely buzzing. And then the next fight, I leave on a stretcher. I'm taken straight to hospital, and I'm on crutches for 3 weeks. Yeah. You're either up there or you're down there. And but like I said earlier, that's what you've got to accept in your head. Say, listen, fucking, it's happened now. Get on with it. Let's look past it. Let's get your fucking rehab done. Let's get back in the gym, which I have done, and I've got myself back in a position where I'm ready to just about start another fight camp. I've got a few seminars and stuff coming up that I have to do, and I'm off to America soon. Get back as soon as that's back. I want to get straight into a fight camp, and I just want to go again because you know what it's like when you lose. You just want to get in there and just put it right. You want to get back on the winning circle. And I'd won my last 6 or 7 in a row before this. Yeah, I was on a good run of form. So I just want to get back in there and get back back about winning.
Get back with it. With Nongo, do you think it's going to be a straight rematch with him or not?
No, it won't be a straight rematch. I think he'll probably end up fighting
'Cause I
Alvedi,
saw-
the Russian. I'm hoping to fight on the same show as him though in January. I'm just waiting for like confirmation if I can fight on that show or not.
Being in there with Nongo, I know it wasn't much of a fight, but the exchange you had with the little, so I know it sounds weird, but when you're with, you could feel the person's energy.
Yeah.
What would you say? Because from the outside, it looks like he looks ruthless.
There wasn't enough to go in. Nothing like hurt me other than the kick where my knee went. That was the only thing that hurt. Yeah, but nothing else. Like I didn't get a chance to go at him. He didn't get a chance to go at me. He didn't feel my power. I didn't feel any of his power other than the kick where my knee went.
Why was it scored as not scored? But why was it the decision made as him winning it and not being a?
Because it was. He kicked
won.
me. He kicked me. He kicked me. It
fair
were a fair win. It were a good kick. But if I wouldn't have lifted my leg to try and block the kick, my leg wouldn't have gone in that position. If I'd have just braced and touched strong, he'd just kicked my thigh and nothing would have happened. My leg went up, he kicked it clean off balance, and as I put it down, it fucking went. Well, I put the video up on my Instagram. It boggled all over the place. But when I was speaking to my doctor, he said, "Listen, the damage were already there. The wear and tear was. If we could have got you in before the fight, this wouldn't have happened." But that's hindsight. That's never there. Yeah. He did a fucking solid kick on my leg, and my leg went. He TKO for him. Good kick, well done. I'll be back.
Yep. Straight. Everyone here at the gym, we're all looking forward to the rematch with him. We know it's going to come. It's just a matter of time. But going back to the fight before, that was the most roller coaster round I've ever seen in combat sport history. Forget UFC, forget like in general combat sport.
Try being involved in it, mate.
Jesus
Fuck me.
Try training him for it. You can't be there.
I could only watch on my phone, so I was there like this, and I was like jumping up and down and everything. When the second knockdown, and obviously I saw your emotion on your face, but you gripped on. I don't know how obviously you're feeling. You're going to express that now, but man, from my point of view, you just gripped on and you went for it and. Explain that, man. Just your mindset.
After the first knockdown, I went to catch the kick, and the front of his shin hit me on the front of my chin. Because in them little gloves, there's certain things you can and can't do that you can do in the big gloves.
Yeah.
In the big gloves, it will cover this area. When I went to catch the kick, the front of his shin hit me straight on chin, so it just I wasn't expecting it, and it knocked me down. My legs were fine. When I got up, I thought, right, fucking hell, get your shit together now. And then by the time the ref had got to 8 and stepped out of the way, he just ran across the ring and fucking launched himself at me. And that nearly blew my head off, that punch. That were a scandalous punch, that one. So then again, I'm just lying on my back. And I thought, for fuck's sake, what just happened then? So then I got back up and my legs are still with me. So I just said to myself in my head, give me one gap. All I need is one gap. Just keep me cool, one gap. Because I know how hard I punch and I believe in how hard I punch. Yeah. And that's all I was saying to myself in head, because he's going to come for you now. He'll give you a gap somewhere.
And you blew his jock.
I was screaming at TV, throw fucking right hand.
Yeah, so I just knew. I thought he's going to come for you now, and he'll give you a gap somewhere and saying, all you need is one gap. Like it's saying that to me, one gap. And then I had it, and I slipped, and
bam.
The difference is when I got back up both times, my legs were steady. I wasn't wobbling around.
Yeah.
So I could hear Richard and John screaming at corner, calm down. I was like, get the fuck out of here, calm down. But I was looking him dead in the eyes, and his eyes were gone. I knew he were gone. That's why I just rushed back in to finish him.
See after the first knockdown, they were all over it.
I could see. They can't see this on the cameras, but it's an intimate thing when you're fighting someone, as you know, mate.
Yeah.
You can see every facial expression and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And then you only need one sign. And I looked at him, and his eyes rolled around, and I thought, right, that's it, he's gone. So I just jumped straight back on him. And then I remember when it got to 2 knockdowns each, I could still hear Richard going, calm down. I'm going, fuck off.
You're going for it.
I've got it. Yeah.
You're going for it.
Yeah. And I said to Richard afterwards, why were you telling me to calm down? It was 2-2. I didn't want you to go back to knock corner and just sit down and let the round fin out. I said, fuck that. You know what I'm like? When I've hurt someone, I'm like a shark that smell blood. I'm getting on it. Yeah. 100%. I'm getting on it. But like I said, that was the high.
The highest of the highs.
And then I get the title shot, and then the 100k bonus, and a win against one of the greatest ties of this generation by KO, and in best round in combat sports. And then obviously the next one, then that's the low. But you take the rough with the smooth and the highs with the lows, and that's what it is.
But you know what? From a Muay Thai point of view, that was awesome, because when they announced you getting the 100k bonus in the back pocket, whenever you ever seen that, Whenever you ever seen that in
It's
any
only
Muay
happened
Thai?
once on one, hasn't it? With the MMA guy.
Yeah, normally
Yeah,
Thai
which
boxing is. I think
Only in Thai boxing.
But
One of the
never.
MMA guys got one of the first.
Look, Liam
one of
makes
the
it
first
sound easy,
ones.
like he takes the rough with the smooth, because like he's come back. Like I said, he was back in the gym a few days after, well, a week with his crutches on. But going back into that mindset, that's how strong his mindset is. Because so he's saying only because it's how strong you will think that your mindset is there. Because some people will fuck off for 3 months and go drown the sorrows and then come back and fucking pagged or might not even come back from that. Do you know what I mean? And now,
But listen, I'm 37. I earn
I've
a
got
lot of
time
money
to
off
do
my
it,
website
yeah.
and my coaching. I don't have to fight anymore. I don't have to if I don't want to, but I want to.
Yeah.
I still love fighting, and that's where my heart is.
You
Do you
know
know what
what?
I mean? And I still want to. I've still got a lot to give. I know I have. That's why I wanted to get myself straight back in there as quick as I can. And
Age is
we
nothing
go
but a
again.
number. It's about your
Yeah,
mindset.
exactly,
It's simple.
yeah.
It's
you
your
know,
mindset.
it's a
And I've
mindset.
got people like
you-
him helping me with all
that's
this
what I
like,
was-
shit going on and stuff. That I feel.
Well, not just me, everyone around you, Andy, your mum and dad, Kate, you know, everyone that's part of your team, Nat, everyone that's part of your team, mate, that you've got people around you. And it's good to whoever moving forward, anyone that's wanting to be a fighter, or anyone that's wanting to, or anything in life, you've got to have good people around you.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got the highs, and you've got to have people to make sure you're there to enjoy yourself and then bring you back down. And you've got the lows, people around you to bring you back up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you need
It
the right
works
people
both.
to bring you back up.
Because when you get
yeah.
on the high, how many people are like, fucking when they're out and you're just like, yeah, and they're with you, boom, let's go do this, and they're keeping you up there and keep you fucking.
Yeah, I've only got about $2,000 left. I spent it all on prostitutes and cocaine. 98k gone. Cheers, lads.
But he's one of them as well,
Kate, I
though.
didn't. I'm joking, Kate. I'm joking.
Fucking lying, Kate.
I'm joking.
It's one of them as well, though. There's a lot of fighters that have done what you did there, won the $100,000 and won't be back in the gym yet. True. They'll be out there being fucking idiots.
Looks like we used this microphone that night, actually. Hello.
No, mate, that is it's insane. In this year, mate, you've done the thing what us as Muay Thai fans have been wanting to see for years and years and years. We've not seen anything along those lines in Muay Thai for a long time. I know in the UK they're trying to do it in terms of like we're bringing one in and the road to one and all of that, which Andy, you're a part of. You're going to share your experiences with that in a second. They've tried to do it with Yokkao obviously we all know what's happened there. MSA was a great show back in, it's awesome. I got to fight on that, but like
It was great until they always blew that Paul Lips money.
yeah, it's just where do you think it's good? Because now it's a big debate of Muay Thai should be 3 rounds, it should be in 4-ounce gloves, it should be. And what's your
It's
opinion?
2 different sports. It's
With
two
the
totally
4
different
ounces.
sports. So the 4 rounds and 3 round format, that's not
Muay Thai.
traditional,
It's not traditional
Muay
Muay
Thai.
Thai.
That's almost like a boxing fight with some kicks going involved, because there's so much things that you can't do. You have to do more boxing. You have to have a bit more head movement. You can't do stuff like we were doing earlier, long guards. You can't do any of that shit. I found out in the Rodlek fight I did that, and he punched me around my ear and dropped me.
Yes, he did.
But yeah, it's 2 totally different sports, and I seen like promoters arguing over it other day on Facebook.
Yeah.
I think Brian Calder were on about it, and because someone else was posting about having it on their shows. It's not real Muay Thai. It's not this. Listen, it's not. It's
two different
two
sports.
different sports.
Football,
so
rugby.
if you want to have traditional Muay Thai, do that and say, listen, this is traditional Muay Thai. If you want to do a 3-round format MMA gloves, say I'm doing that and just take it for what it is. Listen, it's not traditional Muay Thai, but I'll tell you what it is. It's fucking exciting.
Yeah,
and people
that's the
want to,
thing.
and
Yeah,
people want to
yeah,
see knockouts, knockdowns, drama, blood, guts. That's what people
That's
are
it,
paying money
yeah.
to see. So if you've got a few fights like this on your card, you're all right slagging off saying it's not traditional Muay Thai, but what it is exciting. And
brings
people
people,
will say that.
it brings bums on
Yeah,
seats.
exactly.
This
And
is
that's,
the
that
thing.
will get the average Joe coming in. It'll get people who like MMA coming in.
Yeah.
It'll get different crowds coming in. Obviously, traditional Muay Thai, yeah, it's great for just people who like traditional Muay Thai, which there aren't many of, unfortunately. I wish that crowd was bigger in the UK,
Yeah.
but it's not. But this will reach out to the masses,
Yeah.
thinking they'll say, fucking hell, what's this is violent, what's this? This is good.
Well, this
Do
is
you know
it,
what I mean?
innit?
So if you can get a mix of it, get traditional Muay Thai,
Yeah.
get the 3 round, get it all on one show, and just give like something for everyone.
And that's why.
Which is what one have done. They've got grappling, they've got MMA, they've got
Yeah.
kickboxing, they've got Muay Thai. They've got it all. Do you know what I mean?
It's absolutely, yeah, 100%.
And that's
I
what
agree.
I'm trying to do as well. But like, you've got to think as well. How many fights?
Yeah.
How many times have you been to a fight and you've taken 60, 70 people with you? How many of your friends that go watch you fight have a fucking clue what's going on in the
They
scoring
don't.
criteria?
The score- no,
Maybe
no,
3
no.
or 4.
Yeah,
It's true. It's true.
Half the time,
And that's why
yeah.
the sport's never evolved and got to where it should have and could have.
Do
gone
you
in
think
the
the
UK.
scoring should change or not?
Yeah, because listen, the scoring in Thailand, how we've tried to copy it
How
over
we've
here,
copied it.
it's like over there, it's influenced by the gamblers and stuff. So I don't get why we were trying to like keep it exactly down to a T, and it were getting what people were doing is they were looking too far into things, and they were just making a fucking balls of it. That's why there's always arguments over judging here.
Always.
Just get one criterion and stick
And
with it.
that's
But,
why it
but at
never goes
least,
anywhere.
but at least with that 3-round MMA glove criteria,
Yeah.
it's
There's
simple as fuck.
Because you did that video.
Aggression, damage. That's what you're looking
Usually
for.
someone's getting knocked out, so he's only going to
Yeah,
be
Dominic-
he's definitely lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The global rule set from a fan-friendly perspective is the way forward. End of.
Yeah.
Whether it's in 4-ounce gloves or it's normal gloves or whatever, it's the way forward because the general public can understand it. They can see what's going on. They can see who's actually winning. The traditional Thai scoring, the traditionalists know it and love it.
Yeah.
But for the general public and getting it worldwide exposure and making money, that's the way forward.
I think that's what's in my opinion, that's why it isn't as big as it is right now. That's why
It is because people don't actually understand it.
And that's the thing is, look what one everyone's loving one championship, and it's like I said earlier, that's made Thai boxers into global superstars,
exactly.
yeah, 100%.
and because of the small
Because of
gloves,
the small gloves.
the scoring, the rule set, and just
I know it sounds silly, the cage makes a difference.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
people
moving.
love
It's
it.
just
yeah.
it's just moving
It just
forward.
brings
The cage makes a difference
Just
in
moving forward with
more
time.
terms than just that, as we found out at Pech Morocco.
Yeah.
There's no give in the cage.
Yeah.
That elbow I tried to lean back from, can't lean back from it. It makes a difference in so many aspects. You've got to change your game totally. Like we say, long guard changes, you can't defend like that. There's loads of things that we do traditionally that even like we've done for 20 odd years that you can't do anymore.
So who do you think is going to be responsible for changing it? Who can change it? Who can change it? I know one's doing it. One's doing a great job with it. I've got people that watch one that are not involved in Thai boxing. I've got friends and family of mine that are texting me constantly. They watch you. Do you get what I mean? And they don't care. They hate the sport, but they love the entertainment element of it.
I know what,
Do you know what I mean?
what change it? Our fucking government because they're shite.
Yeah, but who do you think is going to come into the UK and be like, look, this the next Thai show is going to be this, and this is what we're going to do. This is the
Me.
scoring character. What ain't? Yeah,
Me.
do it.
That's what we're trying to do anyway.
Is that what
We
you're
did it
gonna
on
do
the
on
last
next-
show. Obviously, we didn't have MMA on, but
So
we
who
brought the 4-ounce
judges-
gloves in. The judges were changed.
Okay.
The judging was traditional Thai boxing for the normal fights, traditional Thai. But for the road to one stuff, it was the global rule set.
How
And
did
it's
that-
not hard to do.
Yeah.
It's not hard to go. We know how Thai boxing scores. All of them do. Global rule set is slightly different.
That's it.
Damage effects.
That's exciting.
It's exciting, yeah.
Well, like simple, like going into something. Let's look at a car. Like what cars get changed every couple of years. Because they get an extra little button put on. It makes it like, hang on.
It's progressing.
That looks a bit sexy. It's got better wheels, and it's just getting better and better and better, and it's getting more exciting to drive that fucker than fucking keep driving that. Do you know what I mean? So people are just moving forwards with, and how can we make it more exciting?
There will be a big change next year with certain things, but we just can't say just yet. 'Cause
You're not allowed to announce
there's
it
something lined up.
Andy's got a special.
There's something lined up that will be. I've got a special button coming in.
Got a
Gonna get a
special
new
button.
antenna.
What it presses. It's like that golden button what they play on on fucking
X Factor.
Straight to final.
Knockout of the night. Loads of golden
There you
glitter
go.
comes down.
Well, this is it.
Beauty.
There does need to be a change. We've been saying it for years. There's something needs to change and something needs to happen to make it more fan friendly and more appealing to the general public rather than just all the spectators that go to every show week in, week out.
Yeah.
And it will happen next
So
year.
when that does happen, is that going to change the scoring criteria for the traditional Thai in sense of 5-rounders as well, where ones and twos doesn't get scored as?
No, well, like we
Or
said, there's
keep
a
the
time and a
tradition.
place for it.
Yeah.
So if you can have a show that's got
If you're fighting 5-3 Muay Thai on a show promoted by, say, me and Andy, for example,
Yeah.
you're
It'll
getting
be
judged
scored
5-3
that way.
Muay Thai. If you're fighting 3-3s with MMA gloves on, you're getting
be scored
judged
global
global
rule
rule set.
Yeah.
The-
That's
that's what
Okay,
needs
yeah.
to happen. That's what needs to happen.
But I think the shows do need to have both of them because people want that.
Yeah.
People want excitement, and people need a bit. Like we need something for the raw Muay Thai addicts who just love traditional 5-3s Muay Thai. If you want to fight 3-3s with big gloves, we'll have that. If you want to fight 3-3s in MMA gloves, if you want to fight 5-3s in MMA gloves,
Yeah.
We'll do it.
yeah. There
This
needs to
is
be
the
something
thing.
for everyone. And
Yeah.
Something for everyone, fan friendly, and adding different dimensions to it, like rather than just I'm having a show on this day, that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
No
amazing.
promotion, none of this. Something different.
Yeah.
Adding new channels to it, doing backstage stuff, doing things like that to promote it more. Something needs to happen, and it's gonna happen.
It's good. Yeah. We're excited to hear the news, man. We can't wait. But Andy, going back to yourself, mate, you've just come out of operation as well. You've had your surgery done on your elbow. You've gone.
Man, my dick's massive now.
Yeah. That's why you're still. We've got padding there.
Looks like that now.
That is it.
I'm fucking stroking it. Hello, Andy.
Tonight.
It's gonna talk back. Your rooms are interlocked as well. You've got that door in the middle as well.
We thought we were sharing.
Oh, fucking hell.
Good seat.
But mate, you've come back again.
Yes.
You've got the same mindset. You could have had a bit more time off, but you know what? You did a video on Insta a few months ago before you got your results, and I could see you down about traveling up and down the country, holding pads for fighters, which is, mate, you're a fucking awesome coach, and you're doing that, yeah. And respect. You want the best.
Not training unit.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You pad one of the greatest as well. Do you know what I mean? And you sacrifice a lot. We know this. It's all right, mate. We know it takes a lot out of you, yeah. But you've come back in straight away. How are you feeling with it? Is there anything you're going to change in, adapting, or you're just you're gonna go back to
No,
it?
I'm back full time coaching now. I was back holding pads 4 weeks after surgery, but I had to change
4
things.
hours.
Yeah.
I'll hold the pad for you. I'll hold the pad.
I'll tell you what was impressive though. He had his arm in this weird thing. And he went to my mate's house and won a pool tournament.
What?
This was
Three
literally
days after surgery.
So he had his arm in this and he couldn't
I
put his arm from
had
there.
a brace on.
Now that's mindset.
Yeah,
That's mindset.
Yeah.
I had a brace.
Andy had about 30 pints.
I had at least 30 pints.
No, basically, he had a
Pissed at
wank
me
and his arm went into spasm. Just stayed there.
It was there, and I think Ollie's great at pooling. I think he picked me because I were disabled, and then I played better than him, and fuck you. I kept it on. Now, so I kind of didn't have a choice. We had Amber Kitchen coming to train for her fighting one, and Richard wanted about. Obviously, we're fighting.
Yeah,
I kind of didn't have a choice. I had to kind of help out. So, and I'd started doing a little on board as well.
Yeah.
I can't stand just sitting at home. Don't get me wrong, the first 2 weeks after I had surgery, or first 3 weeks, were brilliant. So obviously I've had a little girl, so I got to spend some time at home with my daughter and things like that.
And then he got bored of her and went, nah, I'm bored of this now.
I can't change a nappy with one hand.
That was the blessing in disguise. I couldn't change the shit in nappy with one hand. So I got away with that for a few weeks. But now I was bored. Not that I'm not bored of my daughter, but I'm used to being in the gym all day, pretty much all day, every day.
Yeah.
I'm used to training fighters. No offense to my PT, but I prefer training fighters.
Yeah.
I love it. And not being able to train him for the non-go fight stuff like that pissed me off.
That's why I lost.
My fault. Heard it here. It's my fault.
Your fault. On air. Live on air.
No, but you know what I mean? It pissed me off. Like I was gutted. But I started back literally 4 weeks to the day after surgery. Just started holding a paddle and letting people just kick me. Just one pad and kicking me, basically. I wasn't training. I didn't do no PTs. I was just training fighters. Then obviously I had my show, which I had all my guys fight on. So I had 4 weeks to get them ready. So I was back holding pads for them, getting them ready and things like that. This week I've like slowly sort of progressed and took the brace off and
You just blew his elbow into fucking space anyway.
Mate,
Yeah, we're all right till he jabbed.
I turned around. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do anything to Liam because of his knee. I'm not gonna.
I'm
ask
fine.
him.
I'm
yeah.
not training.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. Yeah, but
He's
I know
got a
that.
bad leg. It's
And then-
these that you kick pads with you did.
Yeah, but still,
So it makes me
I'm the most clumsiest person, as he knows. I'm the most clumsiest person. He tells me to left kick or right kick, and do you know what I mean? I'm just thick. But yeah, went in the ring. You said just don't jab me. I was like, oh fuck.
No, it's not that. No, I had to punch him. I was like, don't fucking throw it forward.
Yeah, bang.
Let's just see what it's like. Fucking helping me. Operation number 2.
What's it about you,
It's
mate,
fine,
is
it's
you've
fine.
still got the mindset of you are still fucking a fighter.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's why
We had a joke about it. We had a joke about it earlier.
Pad, I'm alright. 4 weeks. I'm alright. Let's go, pads. Like because you're not fighting anymore, but you're putting all that into what you love now.
People
Yeah.
don't
That's what
see stuff that I actually do behind the scenes. Like I train so many people that don't fucking
Do we really
want
to see it?
You'll see it later.
Yeah.
I train I don't take anything off my fighters. I train all my fighters for free, all of them. There's a couple that pay me for PTs.
Yeah.
But all of them, Grace, for example, I've never taken a penny off her. She comes up, I pad her all the time, drive her all over the fucking place. Don't take a penny off her.
That's because you know as well, when you were you're probably fighting and that, you were like, what it's like for a fighter to be paying, coming up and paying all the time.
You're trying to get it.
It's hard work. It's not just that, like, I'm passionate about coaching. From not being able to fight, there's nothing worse than not being able to fight. Yeah. It's depressing, and I went into a hole for a bit and I hated it. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Then I got injured and couldn't actually train myself, and it just fucking depresses you. So coaching's like the only outlet I have now. It's the only thing I have. So when that was taken away from me, I got really depressed. I was like,
he gets roadkill and does taxidermy on him like Jeffrey Dahmer as well.
The documentary, the documentary of Jeffrey Dahmer
killing foxes.
That was you?
That's why my lady's got one on his head now. You killed it.
Oh man.
No, but yeah, I'm passionate about it. I love training fighters. I love it. Well, look at tonight. I'd forgot about the podcast. I was meant to come all the way here, 2 hours, and then drive all the way to Majestic just to corner Josh Hill.
That'll be in Forest elbow joint nose.
Oh my God! Yeah, I remember that one.
Can we clip that into this now?
Manny,
we'll clip that in and put it.
I'll send you it.
Right on the snout.
I'll send you it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we'll
send it.
And put it in
now. Right now, put it in now.
The thing is with that.
Side did
that and broke my nose. My nose was bent across my face. And I went, you fucking idiot. Nice one. Totally missed pad. Finished padding him. Snapped my nose back in place. And then I had 4 PTs.
So that's the mindset, mate. That's what it is. That's what, you know.
You know what?
Yeah, but
it comes back to old school.
Do
you get what I mean? It's old school mindset. Not saying you got, well, yeah, you guys are old school.
No,
but
you
got that mindset.
We're fucking about 240.
I particularly have done some stupid shit in my fight career.
Yes.
Partly because of him. He made me cut a pot off a broken leg to go fight, and I did it.
Because it was my birthday.
Andy,
they need a fight. 57 kilo.
He rang me on Wednesday morning and went, mate, do you want to fight on Saturday? I said, fuck off, I've got a cast on up to me.
Come on, it's my birthday. I was fighting on the show.
It's my birthday.
Yeah.
On my birthday.
He went, come on, it's my birthday. And you better come round here and
Didn't he once fucking trap you? Didn't you have to lose 5 kg in a day or something?
Yeah, lock me in sauna in France.
In a day? And then go get weighed in?
Lock me in sauna
in about
in
2
France.
hours.
Yeah.
In 2 hours, you did 5 kilos.
2.5 hours, 3 hours.
Mate.
I got on scales like that. Still
Jim
sparked him. Still knocked him spark out, so it's alright. Luckily, we're very shit.
like you said, it's like doing this today, doing this seminar, like, and putting across everything that we've learned over years, like to help the new generation, the next generation, help people coming through now. Like I'm happy to be helping out.
100%, I agree with that, but don't you think that the new generation though? It's like football. I know it sounds bad, but you know, like I watch. We're all going to be watching footy tomorrow, right? You got Roy Keane, who is old school, and he says it fucking straight to the point, and he says it as it is, But what's happened to this generation? You said it. You said it at the beginning. Everyone's just gone fucking soft. Everyone's
I'm probably not allowed to say that because that's too petty.
Get banned.
Don't say that. Fuck off.
Look, I'm not a fighter, but I see it's like. People have had 5 fights and they're going, I've got a coach, I've got a boxing coach, I've got a nutrition, and I'm like,
mate,
people have got 5 fights now.
There's too many Instagram fighters. That's what it is, mate.
100%.
Someone's had one interclub now. They're a coach. They're in gym. Do you go? I mean, after an interclub, do you go?
Don't get me wrong. Like some of the guys out there we have got in this country, because the standard is very, very high.
100%.
We've got some very, very fucking talented fighters in this country. But then I look around and like see guys on Instagram, like Steve was just saying, then they've had 5 fights and they're plastering it all over like the fucking amazing and the world champions and that. And we didn't have any of that shit in it. Get in there and fight and build your experience. Keep building and building and building and building.
That's what makes you. That's what makes you into that fight. Like the little bits of a strength coach, a boxing coach. They're all good to add on, but that's what they are. They're add-ons.
Add-ons.
You've got to build this. They've got to build this fucking solidness, is what you are as a fighter, and then you add them on.
So listen, I didn't do S&C. Boxing or anything until I was about 30 years old, mate. I got to 30 and almost 90 fights. Probably 4 or 5 world titles just by doing Thai boxing, and that's it.
And hitting pads.
Hitting pads, sparring, running, press-ups and pull-ups. I didn't know how to do all else. I didn't know how to do weights. I didn't know what I was doing. And then when Steve came around and started doing a bit more S&C, and then I've brought some other people into my team, and now I've got a good solid team. And if I would have had that when I was 21 years old, but the fact is, would it have made a difference?
No,
I don't know.
I
didn't need it, maybe.
You just need it to
I was
move
still-
up that next level. That's all. To go to that next
You
level.
did that documentary where you did that documentary last year, was it? And you were on about it's called Obsessed. It's on YouTube, guys. Check it out if you've not seen it. But that's what
with Mulligan Brothers,
Mulligan
yeah.
Yeah,
Brothers
that
one,
was
yeah.
you. That's these two.
Yeah.
And like even like Jordan, everyone from Badco fits into that in my opinion because you've got that mentality. I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't know why.
Because we've got drink pigeon water.
Yeah.
Our tank in
We
the
literally drank
our
pigeon
tank in the
shit.
gym.
We should have put that
There were
pigeon
loads
thing
of
on.
dead pigeons in his water tank
should have put that-
for years, and we were
Gassy.
drinking out of it.
And rats
So the
and that,
pigeon
wasn't
water made us all
Pigeon
fucking
water.
real strong.
Look at that pigeon, that one.
Seagull,
Oh, seagull.
But no, honestly, like your mentality. Like I remember as a kid watching you fight, and I was just saying now, and it was, I don't think it was MSA back then. It's like 2006 or 7 when you knocked that tie out with the body hook, with the body.
Yeah, it
hook.
was MSA.
That was
the
MSA.
first
Was that
show.
was that MSA?
That was the first
The
one.
first MSA.
Fucking
I got
hell.
dropped in first round with a jump knee.
Yeah, I remember that, and that's
rigged out.
like where I just wow. And
Yeah,
like,
that's the mindset thing comes back to that. Because I walked over to the corner and ran with fuck's sake, I've just been dropped again. And that were
but
it.
that was your mindset as well when
Everyone were
the
laughing.
first Sanchai fight as well. Did he break your nose, or was that
No, it's second fight.
second fight? And you sat down and you were like, fuck it, let's carry on. And he went, and that second fight was like
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
I was there.
Second fight we
but
fought you. I didn't we? At one point.
yeah, but everyone thought you'd had
Yeah, I
it up
enjoyed
until round.
Right, I had a big round 4.
Big
and
round
it
4.
went all
Massive.
grey, and I
That
thought,
elbow
fucking
went
hell.
on the ropes.
And I'd cut him, and I'd been sweeping him and throwing him down. I thought, fucking hell.
So you
And then round 5 just came out and knocked me.
at that time as well. So that's the time when you want having no strength
Yeah,
conditioning,
no,
no
it's
boxing.
just,
He was just,
yeah,
it was just Liam Harrison doing his fucking thing, getting in there and fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it, man. I remember that Doncaster Dam. That was a brilliant show. That was. I missed those shows, if I'm honest with you.
So like saying, like people
that
just
green show, that.
Damn
Green,
Greaves,
yeah,
yeah, I
Dan
remember
Green
that.
promotion.
I fought on the one that he did in Birmingham.
The NEC one.
NEC, I love
tournament
that.
one,
Yeah,
right?
I was on that. That was one of my first like big shows. I remember walking out my house going. So it's like there's people up there and stuff. I
fucking
didn't
look
know
like
how to
this
do it.
fucking.
It looked like
microphone.
that. It looked like that. No, it looked like
I
that.
know Pindy has an area house. So.
Yeah, it's gone out to all these thousands of viewers. Yeah.
Cling on to
That
it.
is what it looks like right there. But no, so guys, so I just want to say a massive thank you for coming on the show. I know it's not obviously been a.
Okay, right, let's do what we came to do.
Yeah,
then.
yeah, let's do it.
Then I'm going to host the podcast.
Let's do it.
Right, let's do it.
Let's do
I'm
this.
going to ask the questions that matters now.
Yep.
I'm going to ask the real questions that everyone wants to know.
How you doing, guys?
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
I know I'm getting it.
Who's your favourite serial killer, Andy? And why?
No, that's a question for you. I think Dharma's got to be up there because he's in the recent news and everyone's watching him. And
Mate,
he's a sick bastard, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Steve, okay, what's my question to you is, would you fire a fight 50 or King Kong? No, a silverback gorilla. But the chickens have got blades attached to them. And on the peck thing.
I think I'd go for gorilla. You know what? I just think the chicken. I just fucking go for my
Mate, they'll
toes.
peck
and I'd
you to
rather-
death, mate.
I just go for my fucking toenails, and I fucking hate that. I just rather fight gorilla where I'm thinking, right, how can I go for his fucking arms?
Same
or
size.
something? No, they're chickens coming over and pecking your fucking toes.
Where would Pindy's question?
I didn't want to get him in trouble, though. It's his podcast. I didn't want to get
What are
him
you looking at my
Wait,
answer
we
for
can
when that
talk
question
shit.
was ridiculous? Are you looking at
I would grab the gorilla's arms. That's the point. I've got an idea.
I'd be putting that clinch work in. Fucking,
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
That's what
That
I'm
little
looking at.
sneaky
That's what you
elbow.
got fucking crispy little
It's
chicken.
Pindy's podcast and he can't incriminate himself, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good answer, Leah. Good answer, Leah. But no, Steve, you want to go over for people to log on online for your new venture that you're doing? Look.
Yeah, so they can follow the Instagram page, the Midas Wellness, or you can follow the website or log onto the website at www.themidas.co.uk.
Sweet. Lads, thank you so much. Liam, is there anything you want to add on with your online training? You want to tell anyone?
LiamHarrisonTraining.com.
And Andy, with yourself?
Come and train with me. I'm skint. I need money. Come and get a PT. I'm broke.
There you go, guys. Give him a shout.
Cheers.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, man.
Nice one,
Let's
mate.
go and get some food now.
Yep.
Hell yeah.